Welcome back, welcome back. All right, last time. Oh, it's foggy, we can't see it. Last time we started to build a larger base over across the way here. And I did some work in between recordings. So there's a little bit more of a structure set out. Start to see a little bit of that. But obviously, still much left to do. I started a little bit. Guess I can do a little bit more. It did rain a little bit, so some of it got damaged. But we can just repair that up. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with this space here. Because... Actually, you know what? It might be easier. We break these. And put up these 45 degrees. Is that easier? Because we'd have to push that back. Let's keep this one here. Just for that. Because I had to do a little fancy roofing for this little kind of weird closet that fits into this weird gap between this octagonal room, right? And in this area over here. So I had to do some fancy roofing. But I'm not sure. Or, you know what we could do, probably? You know what probably would work? Is if we do this, right? We would just have to put another one of those there. Which could work. That would mean we could use one of these inner corners right here. Which could be alright. Yeah, another trick, by the way, with these inner corners is something I did right out front here. These ones. You can do a thing here where it kind of gives you those little popped out windows. Like, you know, you could have this whole area even like walled off, right? And you can have that kind of triangular window with the roof framing it really nicely using these inner corners by fitting them together like that and then just carrying on the rest of your roof like so, right? Whoops. So you get kind of that little effect there. And then obviously you can frame that different ways with the beams and such. I did something pretty basic chimney, just popped it up by one with some beams, you know? Just for a little bit of ventilation right over this hearth. And that should end up being alright. Yeah, so we've got some parts of the roof. I want to make sure to kind of get a feel for, on each of these ends, how is the roof gonna look? So like if we're popping this out a little bit, like we have been, right? Give it a little overhang. Right? Yeah. What are we going to... How are we gonna have them meet up? Well, that's always the tricky part with roofs, is figuring out how they connect. If you make a weirdly shaped building like this. So what we're gonna try and do... We're gonna want these. Oh, I guess we can't go up there. We're gonna put a few of these down, just to get an idea. Looks like we won't really need these. Okay. Build that up. And then it'll come back down, so we'll need to use one of these. Oh. we go. So we could do that. We could have it not be so drastic. And I kind of did this on the other side, but you see that far side it starts out with the 45-degree roof tiles, and then it transitions into the 26. So you can have it where you have a kind of barn style looking roof where it's not quite so severe, but it's gonna get a little weird right here because there's a lot of roofing involved. Maybe that's fine. It probably juts into that might jut into that closet a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. So let's see if we can't wall this in a little bit. We can probably place that. Yeah, having this small beam here is what's letting me place that aligned. So that can be quite useful. And then we can probably, yeah, right there, line up a couple of these. We can kind of line them up different. So we'll have a tiny gap sort of at the top, but the rest of this should be all right. If we really want to, we can put a little piece there to block up that hole. That's right. I'm going to put that little piece there to create a snap point for that. And we're just gonna keep adding these in until it looks all right. We can add this last little corner piece up here. And that looks mostly sealed off. I think the roof, if you're ever trying to build a weird shape or something that looks a little bit unique, the roof is the part that really like gets a little awkward after a bit, because you know you've created all these little misalignments here and there, and the roof is where you find out just how off everything is, because it's where it's all coming together. But so far it seems okay. I've started putting out this little bit of scaffolding for this roof piece. And I'm just, you know, taking each of these, whoops. Let's put that on for now. It's not dark out. Each of these little 1 meter beams, I'm putting out there so that we can make a little overhang that wraps all the way around this room. Now, hopefully, we want this one. Hopefully this ends up working out all right, because it's a little odd. That's okay. And we fell down. But sometimes you just gotta keep placing things, you know? If it doesn't look exactly right first time, just keep placing stuff. Trust me, it'll get better. And now we have a couple of ideas here. We could go a little shallow, right? Or we could go a little more severe there. And I'm thinking we could also try and change it partway through, but then we're really playing with it. I'm thinking, you know what? Let's let's try to round it off almost like a dome. Let's see where that gets us, at least. So I'm gonna place all of these, this first layer at 45°. And they kind of meet up pretty nicely. So we'll see how that looks in a second. I'll get a better idea in a minute how this will shake out. Okay. So we've got that. If we kept going, we'd be looking a little bit like that. Or we could do them a little shallower. Let's just do this. We want to make sure to place all of these. They're going to start clipping through each other a little bit. We're not going to worry about that too much until they're really doing it. Okay, we need more wood. And we also have these tiny little gaps here. Which I think technically, if we end up just walling this up, right? Like if we just put these here, you know, and put another one in there, we're not going to see those. So it really just depends on how it looks on the outside. Pick all this up. And we're definitely going to need to be chopping more trees at some point. But right now, if we just get an idea of what we want for the roof, that'll help. Okay, that's kind of what we're looking like here. I guess I can close this off. We'll find another way up. Oh. Nope, that is not placed on the right thing. There it is. There we go, there we go. If you stand right on the top edge of the steeper roofs, you can, well, I was about to say you can stay up there and it's fine. You don't slide down. There I go sliding though. Yeah, we want that. That. Oop, this one's one of these. Some of the, whoa. Some of this is quite misaligned. Yeah, it's that one, I think. I think that one's the wrong one. We want the lower one, don't we? Okay. It's looking a little better. We'll fill this in so it looks a little nicer, a little cleaner. Nope. This is a spot. Okay. So that's doing pretty good. That looks fairly dome-ish. What are we seeing up here? Okay. Now this one might be the tough one. I think you could probably get away with just putting one, right? Maybe I could try doing this. Is that right? No, it's not, is it? I gotta look really close and squint, see if this is even aligned properly. Okay, yeah, this is on the halfway point of these. This is on the halfway point of these. This, however, I don't think is there on those. Okay. I think if I start with this one and just... Yeah, okay. I'm in new territory here. I'm making this up as I go. Okay. So we've got a top spot here. How is this gonna look? Oh. We make sure we're placing them off of those. That's actually perfect. This little one there. Little dome right on the top. Now the question is, do we want to pop that up by like just a short meter, right? Because if we... Actually, hold on. No, the hearth reaches, doesn't it? If the hearth reaches, then it's fine. We don't need to put any more fire in here. Put hearth here. We get... Oh. This... We can't put something in this corner. Right in this corner, we lose it. So let's just not have it in that corner. Oh yeah, this edge. We'll have to have the bed over here, but that's fine. Speaking of, we'll make a better one sooner, but later. I meant later. But for now, this looks pretty good. Just sleep the night away. We'll look back at and see how we want to meet these two up. I think we're gonna shift focus back over here a little bit. And we're gonna see how these look. Okay. And this is going to be the 45. There's going to be a teeny gap there, isn't there? Not really. Yeah, there's going to be some overlap in here. Hold up. There's a way to fix this, isn't there? Ooh, yeah. Let's think. No, this. That solves that. There's nothing that really solves this. Oh, unless... Be a little goofy. What do we want to do here? Let me do something like this. Yeah, I'll probably have to do something goofy like that. So I guess where these two meet, we can kind of, yeah, we'll probably need to add a little bit of more support. But we might pop up the middle section a little bit, you know. So we're looking a little lacking in the support there. For now, let's keep building this out a little bit. Let's build these walls up. Okay. So we're kind of running into something there. We might want to change that window around. Or maybe we don't. Maybe it's fine. Is this okay? I mean, I guess that works, right? Guess we can put, what, one of these? Does that break? And one of those. That's a way to do it. I think. What do we want to do with this window? Ooh, can we might be able to, hold up. Hold up. Let me think. Let me cook for a second. If we do this. Uh-huh. And then we get this again. Oh, I didn't place that correctly. Hey, look at that. See? It's perfect. It's a great trick. We can make this work. Grab these. Boom, boom, boom. Add the little top cross. Yeah, okay. Okay. It's all coming together. Can we sure that's the perfect way to do it. And then we add the half walls. Oop. Out of money. Do I even have a... I need to place a workbench down here that's actually under a roof. I don't think I have one that's under a roof. There's this bridge one. But I've just neglected to actually put that under there. Let's take care of this. As long as I can get the basic idea of the outside walls and a little bit of roofing done, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I was putting that half wall. See? It makes sense. All of this just works. Oh, moonwalking. Hey, me do. Oh, look at that. Okay. Ooh, now we've got a little weird meetup here too. Actually, we could just... Can we not just do this? And then put like a... It's a little awkward up there. Eh. How do we want to do this? Shoot. I guess we can. It would be easier, right? If we just did. Stay with me here. It would be easier if we did this. Where is it? Here. We do the 26. We put this shallower one up here, right? There you go. Now it has a little bit more depth to it, right? And, where is it? It matches. I mean, we still get a little bit of a weird overlap. I wonder how that looks out there. That. I'm sure that's fine. How does that look from out here? Why can't I jump high enough? I'm being ripped off. Can I not? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, it's fine. Just put like. Oh no, but those will. Yeah. See, that makes it look just oh so slightly more intentional. Okay. Keep going on with these. Have to. That's a 40. Oh, I've fallen. Okay. Do I want? Guess there's that. We're gonna have to do the same kind of a thing we did over here with this. Yeah, we're just gonna see if we can't copy that. Boom. I'm gonna need one of these over here. Somehow. And I think. Yeah, like so. Yeah, this is fine. We had what? A half wall down here? We have that facing. I think this doesn't matter. Or no, not a half wall. It would have been one of these. This is all very particular, but I promise it'll work out. It'll all look great when we're done. It's just a little bit meticulous right now. Just fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I've got a good bit of it roofed anyway. Okay, this is what I'm wondering. Gotta make sure it's symmetrical. There's some kind of symmetry going here. Oops, wrong one. And we can do that same little window technique there. Pop that out a little bit. You gotta have a little variety, right? You can build a box, right? And you can just put a cap on it, right? But what's the fun in that, you know? It's certainly not something I'd be doing. I guess we probably want stone stairs there, right? So we don't want it turning into this like rotten green wood. Okay. Oh, you know what? I have an easy fix for this right here. Or at least, I think it might be easy. We'll find out if it's easy or not. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Let's just build some steps up here. Oh, I got launched off the thing. Yeah, if we'd have just kept this going, I think it would have been fine. Okay. Then we go. Yeah, I missed. Yeah, like that. Yeah. You just gotta keep tinkering. Okay. So, got that. Let's add a little more to it. We're probably gonna want some kind of ventilation around here. So, how's this looking? Ooh. Not looking fantastic. Well, shoot, let's just pop it up a little bit. Or, even better, I know what we can do. Is this gonna be enough to even let the smoke out is the only question. It's because it's not that much. And it's right on the corner. So maybe we just pop the roof up a little bit. I think this is the easiest way to do chimneys, is to just, hey, take a section of the roof, pop it up a little bit. How is this happening? There we go. Just take that. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, we'll have one of these interior corners here. Oh no, we are using the, yeah, we're using the 45 down here. My bad. Okay. So we'll have these. Oh, it doesn't quite do that, huh? You know, that might be all right actually. That's okay. I think I can live with that. With a little this thing. What does that make this look like? Yeah, there's some roofing jumbled up in there. And that's fine. I think I can live with that. This, however, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, isn't this actually taken care of? Didn't we actually kind of... Yeah, we did. We did pretty much roof over that. Say, we don't need that anymore. Silly me. Okay. Keep this going around. Oh. And I guess we do have that window, so we could leave that open-ended. Probably make it easier to line up with this thing. What do we want to do there? We could, right? Just bring this out. You can get rid of this beam, and we can just have it rise up and kind of meet that other one from the other side. Or you could put that one on there instead, you know? And then pop that out. No, you know, this is easier. Let's just do this for now. Let me stop complicating it, all right? Let me just do this. It's easier. We'll probably want to do this also 45 because that's what we've got going on the other side. So we're gonna try to mirror it. Get sleep. Now, what was I doing here about this? I'm gonna have to do the same kind of thing that I was doing over here, right? How do I feel about this? This is probably fine. We can roof it this way. We'll have one of these here. Have a couple of these. That'll be all right then. This will have its little roof cap on it. Okay. Build up here. I suppose we'll finish this. I just place a little beam here so that I can put the... Where is it? So I can place these easily. Right, we'll have that. We'll just put a couple of these. We'll let it get out on the sides. Might as well put one of those there. That'll block most of the area there. And then we will have one more over here. And I'm trying to think of whether or not I want to completely, have a complete apex here. How's that? How am I feeling about that? You know? How do I feel about that? No, you know what? I do want it to be curved a little bit. I want multiple... Come on. I want those angles because we already have that roof peak kind of already doing that. So we take the 26s from here. Do that. Have this. We have a little more variation now in the front profile. So that's a little nicer, I think. We can see about maybe putting a window right about there. Just a little one. Just to let some light in. Like that. Boom. We'll do one of these. Have that. Maybe that looks a little odd. It makes sense in my head. But does it look bad? I don't know, not really. Maybe leave these down here. A little extra definition. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll grab these pieces. Boom, boom. Have this middle piece in there. We're already running out of wood again, so yeah, this one's taking quite a bit. We are not gonna have enough wood to roof this thing off, but we're getting pretty close. Is that... No, we want to do... Okay, you know what I want to do? That, so that I can put this here. Yeah, get that snap point there. And then build this up there. Have this. And that. Thing is, if you pop the roof out by a meter, right? You're gonna have to use a meter to get those snap points back and fit to where you want them. Yeah, I guess I have that there. So yeah. This is just gonna be the building episode. This is just gonna be the episode where I build a roof. And nothing else because the roof takes up so much time. Yeah. It's gonna be the roof episode. That's just gonna be what it is. How much stability do we have over here? It's kind of crazy that's still standing. Do I want to do that? Yeah, why not? Why not, I say? Why not? Why don't we just do this? And yeah. We can do this. Right? Does that make sense? One there. One of these. Then we can do that. Easy, easy. We won't even have to. Actually, we'll do that. We'll do this for this center part. So we'll roof this center part separately. I'm basically building a bunch of different roofs for a bunch of different shaped houses. I'm just connecting them all up. Okay. We're getting there. We're for sure getting there. We need more food too. We're running out of everything. Let's see how far we can actually build this out before it breaks. Oh, wow. Can we actually build the whole thing out? Looks like we can. It looks like I might get away with not even using, not even using the iron. Oops. There. Held in place there. Wait, did I? Okay, no, this is normal. Oh no, you know, I don't need that. It's a good thing I'm roofing this off because it's raining quite a bit. Yeah, so if you ever wondered, without a lot of additional support, that's about how much you can get away with in terms of height and width. Let's have a little workshop area in here. I think this is like, this is open enough that I shouldn't have any smoke problems if I have like a couple lights in here, you know, a couple sconces. It should be fine. And then this will be kind of our workshop area, right? Got a little hearth over here. We got the bed. We don't have the biggest window. I'm considering widening this up to be almost this whole like wall face, because it would be a nice view. But I don't know. Okay. That seems to be working okay. Oh yeah, and there's this. Get rid of that. That's probably... yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Let's bump this up a little bit. Okay. Okay. And since we're basically out of wood, I am probably going to call it there. But yeah, we'll get some more. We've got some core wood and fine wood. I'm probably mostly gonna be using that for decorating, unless I need to use the core wood somewhere for support. But yeah, I think that's a lot of progress. You get to see a little bit of the roof building process. I made this section in these walls over here. If you were following what I was doing, like it's pretty easy to figure out the rest of that. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Oop, that's dot wave slash wave.